Welcome to Workmob Stories, where we share a refreshing life journey of inspiring professionals. What could be a better way to learn from the experts themselves? One such inspiring woman is Sejal Samar Jodhawat, who is currently the Chief Marketing Officer in FutoLearn Private Limited. She shared her hard times, her struggles, and also her achievements. Before we have her voice, let's know a little about her life. Sejal lived in Bangalore, where she spent her schooling years before she moved to Pune to get equipped with marketing skills up her sleeves. She worked with various companies until she felt like home in Udaipur, Rajasthan. She loves to be in her learning booths as she is enrolled in IIM Bangalore's entrepreneurial program. Her interest in educational technology and her passion towards helping women realize their power in society is what makes her special. She is co-convener for Jito Ladies, a social initiative to encourage women to set up and develop their entrepreneurship. Sejal has put out a strong message for young generation with not only her achievements but also her shared wisdom. Let's listen to her story firsthand.
Sejal Samar Jodhawat. I hail from Bangalore and currently settled in Udaipur since 14 years. I'm into education technology, and that's the passion I carry. It's been 5 years I'm into this sector, but before this I have been associated with students right from a couple of long time. I used to train students on public speaking, and now looking forward to change the entire era. My entire childhood has been in Bangalore, born and brought up there. And I think what I carry still today is discipline. My parents taught me. That was one. I would say one thought they always gave me: the moment you're disciplined and dedicated. And I think those memories, right from there, is very, very stern, very strict in a lot of things. But I think today these things are really helping me more in life. So I, did my bachelor's of business management from Mount Carmel, and then post that I did my master's of business administration into marketing from Pune, from IIM, a so-called kernel-based institute where we had 18 hours of college life, and from there I think I learned most of the things in my life. And my first internship was at an advertising agency. So I worked around Kisan and making ketchup, Kisan ketchup, and a lot of things on those grounds. Yes, gave me a very different experience into what exactly goes into advertising as well. And post that, I took up my first job at Bangalore ICICI Prudential as a financial advisor. My bachelor's in business management was in finance. So as a financial advisor, I think I learned a lot around how people can plan their finances. So that was a good break, but not very happy with the way the approach of talking about insurance, and I felt we were trying to just build around things which are not the fact. So I left that job, not very happy, and came to it. Of course, after that I got married, so I had to take a break. And post that, I did do a little bit of bank assurance and handled India Infoline in Udaipur, and was across Rajsamand and Nagpur as well. Even that didn't give me that contentment because we were still not doing justice. I felt we were just around. I would honestly be honest. I really thought I rather thought that we were fooling people because that was not the essence of finance. And what I felt was lack of education around because people were just seeing things around, not even understanding what exactly it is, and just taking it up. So of course my targets were achieved, but didn't feel it was justice. And having two kids, I realized I didn't want this to happen to them. They had to learn through it. They had to learn through the hard way that every document needs to be understood and learned to well. And that's where teaching kids came into picture. So I started off with small time, I would say home tuitions at home, trying to teach kids on the basics of life, not about the topics or subjects that we learn in school, but the basic understanding of how life should be dealt with. Then moved on to teaching because I felt a lot of public speaking skills. Even if people know about these things, they're not able to talk it out. Suppose I go up with a finance plan to somebody, they didn't know how to voice out what they need. So that's the lack of public speaking skills. And I think even for any kind of a job ahead, even if you're a master's of a degree, unless you are vocal about or you're able to present yourself, you won't be able to scale through. So that's where I started training the university students on public speaking skills. And being from Bangalore, technology was always a part of me. And I knew technology is not going to replace us, but if used in the right direction. So that's where I took the challenge on myself that let's try and change Udaipur mindset a little. Of course, it's not just Udaipur, the pan country that we're looking at, but where I am currently since 14 years after my marriage, I wanted to bring a little change or maybe give back to the place that has made me come up this way now. So got into education technology with Happy Momo, where a lot of emerging technologies which were quite exciting as augmented reality, virtual reality. These are just words we all know. But when dealt in the right way, they can do wonders to our lives. So that's where I started my journey. And gradually understanding the need of the hour, where all of us around are already around an AI era. When we even use a Google map, we don't realize that it's an artificial intelligence technology which is behind it. So that's where, as a company, we took up this challenge. Why not, teach kids on this? Why not bridge the gap between the school and the students? Why not help everybody upskill into this technology? Like how we all upskilled ourselves. So the entire upskilling is what we are looking. We wanted to look at because it's just like ignoring, internet. We wouldn't have survived if we just this day without internet knowledge. So that's exactly what we wanted as a company to make sure every child or every student or every teacher rather understands the need of the hour and move ahead. And we've taken up the challenge of artificial intelligence and coding to make sure that it is into your system, a software integration, than just a subject of programming or syntaxes or somebody that a child of a computer science background or a tech background can learn. So to break that notion, the entire company took up a challenge, and I'm very happy that I have taken this initiative to lead the company across the country. So, being from a commerce background where finance as a subject, always excited me because I think that's the essence of everybody's life to make sure you manage your finances well. And getting into marketing at my masters, I think all of us in life need the two of them together. It has to be a blend of finance and marketing. And when I got into from a commerce background to getting into technology, it was definitely a big challenge because I myself am not tech savvy. But that's exactly the notion that I took up as a challenge that I wanted to break, that it's not difficult to learn anything. And today I may not be a complete tech savvy where I know how to code, but to understand the base of technology was again difficult but not like impossible. So I believe in impossible as I am possible. That's the one straight mantra that I believe it's not impossible, it's I am possible. And that's where I took up the challenge again, that from commerce to technology, but making sure how we can bridge all together. So I totally believe in an interdisciplinary approach where be it a marketing, be it a finance, be it a commerce background, be it science, be it an engineering background or a technology. All of them together can and have to actually sail together. Only then there is success into anything. So when we had to approach schools to talk about these or even approach parents about technology, we face a lot of concerns with regards to the screen time or whether technology is going to replace human minds. But I guess it is how you believe in yourself, how you believe in what you have, that will take you longer. So we had a complete belief in our solution, in our product, which is on artificial intelligence and coding as a curriculum, where we believe that it's not about generating young coders, but idea generators. And the moment you're confident about anything that you do, I think this is the base that every individual should have in his life. That you should be confident of what you're doing. And I think it will be difficult to overcome any challenge. From the times that I have come up, girl power or girl study, letting the girls work or letting the girls study was not the way out. We all were supposed to just remain girls in the society. We were, at home, tamed at home. I would rather say tamed because that was a societal background that we were looking at. But this notion was, I wanted to break. I wanted people to realize that women can do much more. And I think that is one thing that I've overcome in my life. And I've learned over experiences, and that's one accomplishment I would rather say, that to change my own mindset, that it's not that girls can't do anything And of course, I would thank my parents for supporting me in this. Because without their support, I couldn't have moved ahead. But what is more important is to have the confidence in yourself that you can break through this. And that's where from a girl who always was back home, who was more of just a family oriented girl who is not allowed to move out to a greater extent as a society norm. I was the first one in my family to move out and study in Pune. So that breakthrough is a biggest accomplishment in my life, and I think Pune has taught me a lot of things. My entire study for 2 years, even there, I was more of a family-oriented girl. But yes, the experiences that have given me in life from there, and especially with my college, has been drastic. And with professional life, I think the biggest accomplishment was to change the mindset of the parent and the schools. Where even to this day, the only thing that I talk to parents and the schools is technology will not replace you. In fact, artificial intelligence very beautifully has been quoted as the extension of human mind. So it's how you leverage the technology and your brilliance is what you need to focus on, and not focus on just technology overtaking. So I think the biggest mistake as individuals, all of us may commit but we don't realize, and I think I realized is having self-confidence. I lacked it completely. Whenever I wanted to take a step ahead, I always felt I don't think I can do this. And this is where I don't want my kids to, or even the current generation to take this up. Your own self-confidence is what is going to take you ahead. And this is the moment, is what you need to carry on in your life. If you want to do something, put your hard work, achieve, move ahead. We should not repent on our mistakes, but definitely learn from it and move ahead. And living in this current moment is extremely important, and which I think I never did. But I'm not repenting on it, and moving ahead, I think today I'm able to actually sail through only because of this confidence in myself. So I think an individual learns from every individual around them. And to start off with, definitely my parents. They have given me the biggest hope in life. They have, they've actually asked me to venture all by myself. But if you talk about a role model, I think every individual around me, be it my colleague, be it my team, be it my kids, be it my family, and I would not refrain from saying even Mr. Reddy or Mr. Vipul here have been a role model to me in every bit that we move ahead to. Because you learn from every individual, and that's where I think every individual should believe in their own capacity, that you learn a lot around you, and your experiences should help you move ahead. When I'm not working, I love listening to music. I think music is something that takes away all your stress. It's something that one should actually follow. Whatever kind of music you like, you should always follow that. And it's a de-stress, total de-stress. And I love dancing. I love singing. Network is net worth. I think how much ever you work, but what you create your network around you is going to remain forever. And you grow with each other. You can never grow as an individual. So these things I carry in my life. So the only success mantra, or I would say every individual today just needs to follow the three words that I take up in my life is determination, dedication, and discipline. I think with these three words, you can achieve anything in your life, whichever field you are, from any background. Like I spoke about my transformation from commerce background to a technology background, or the challenging situations. The only thing drove me always was being disciplined, being determined, and having that self-confidence in myself, and being dedicated towards my work, being dedicated towards myself, that I can do this, having the kind of self-confidence. And the last bit that we should always remember as human is being human together, giving it self-respect to the person other than you, of course to yourself, but other than you, if you just give that due respect to an individual, I think success will follow you any which case.
So this was the success story of a passionate and inspiring woman, Ms. Sejal Samar Jodhawat. If you like to listen to such inspiring and insightful stories daily, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. And if you like this story, hit the like button. Drop a comment below and share it with your friends and family. You too have a chance to share your story with the world. You can reach out to us on workmob.com. Stories bear the flag of revolution, bring change, and bring out the best among us. Our takeout from these stories is, yes, we can, India can. See you again with another story with a new guest and their refreshing experiences. Stay tuned to stories.workmob.com and keep sharing the success stories. Thank you.